Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this MUCAR X93 Bi-directional OBD-II scan tool. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's get this open. Looks like we have a blow molded case here. Up top here we have accessories. We have lots of silica gel here. We have a quick start guide. We have OBD-II connector with Ethernet. We have a USB-A to USB-C charge cable. This looks like a USB to Ethernet adapter. OBD-II extension cable. USB-C to USB-A. Is that a female connector? I think it is. Ethernet port and power adapter. Has adapters for different countries. This is a USB power adapter. Outputs 5 volts at 2.5 amps or 12.5 watts. Off to the side here we have the VCI. It's wireless. And here we have the scanner. So we'll pull that out. I'm going to switch the power adapter here to US. You just press the little button to swap it out. And I'll get the charge cable out here. So this does have a stand on the back that pops out. So these are the main parts we need for what I'm doing. So let's take a quick look at the manual. Now I'm not going to cover everything in here. You want to read through it on your own. We have the packing list. So this shows the different parts. We have the manual. Looks like English. It's about 6 pages. So to turn this on, we hold down the power button for 3 seconds to power it on or off, and you short press to wake it up. This has microphone, USB Type-C port for charging, loudspeaker display, adjustable bracket, LED light, 13 megapixel rear camera. Device has 10-inch screen. Resolution is 1280 by 800. Has the protocols here it works with. So you want to plug this into your OBD-II port, the VCI, which is here. Turn the vehicle on, power on the device. You want to go through the setup. You can do manual diagnostics. Working with an external TPMS module, it supports tire pressure monitor activation. So pretty basic stuff there. Since this is Android based, most of the directions will be here. So it does have a screen protector. So I'm going to peel this off and leave on the little screen protector and just use it like that for a while. So it has kind of a rubberized plastic around the perimeter. Have power button, USB-C port, and that says I/O. That would mean input and output. On the back we have the bracket, camera, and light. So that folds up that high. Let's try charging this. So I have a USB charger. I'll plug into power over here. And I'll plug that in here. So that will get it charging if it's not charged already. Okay, so it says charged 100%. So I'll unplug it. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So I'll hold down that power button. It says welcome. And I'll adjust the screen here a little bit. Now there's going to be some glare until I get it booted all the way. This will have some setup on here. It'll probably connect to Wi-Fi and such, so I'm going to go through this and get this all set up. Okay, so I've gone through the setup and I've activated it. Now this comes with 2 years free updates, so I'm guessing that's from when you activate it. I'll hit go downloaded. And the first thing it's going to come up with are the updates. So I'm going to run the updates on this and get everything up to date. Then we'll come back and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so this is all up to date, and it's been a couple days, and I'll just turn it on by pressing the button. So this is in standby mode, and the battery is currently at 94%. So this lost almost no battery in the last couple days. So it's very efficient on standby. Okay, so here I'm at my 2016 Subaru Outback, and I want to plug the VCI into the OBD-II port, so that's under the dash. And on this car, it's right here on the left side, so I'll plug that in. Okay, so I'll turn on the scan tool. That turned on very quickly, and I'm going to record the screen so we can have a nice screen capture here. So I have the car turned on. It's not running right now, but I'll hit enter on auto search, and it will search for the VIN. So here we found the VIN. And we have a number of options here. I'm going to hit automatically search. Found my car, I'll hit yes. I have an Outback. And here we have a system topology, and I'll hit smart scan. And this is going to scan the system incredibly quickly. So let's look at body. Let's tap on BIU. So it's a body control module. So these are past codes, and I don't have any current codes. If we go to AC here, now some of these are pending. We can also go to the system list. So this will be a more traditional look. Now if we go back one more, we can do a traditional system scan also. And this will just do the same thing, but more slowly. So we'll go to system list, and we have the different modules here. So here's the engine control module. Let's tap on it. And here we can read the codes, but we can also look at live data. So if we tap on that, it will bring up a number of PIDs. So there are lots of them here. It looks like we have 251. Let me find a few here. And we do have a search. Brake switch. Accelerator position. So now I have the accelerator and the brake switch. So I'll press on the accelerator. The car is off, but this will still actuate, and it's showing a % change here. Then we have brake switch. When I hit the brake, that's going to go on and off. Now there's also a graph here. So if I tap on that, it's going to show a graph. If I press the accelerator, I'll press it down a little bit, it's going to go up. I'll hold it steady. I'll let off, it's going to go down. I'll press it all the way, and it's going to go up. So we can chart things over time. So this could be pressures, sensors, RPMs. You can have lots of different parameters on here, and you can graph them. And this is just the engine control module. We have all the other modules we can do this for. But we also have actuator tests. And this is the bidirectional control. So if we tap on actuator tests, we have a number of things here we can actuate. One is the radiator relay. So we'll tap on radiator fan relay. It says we want to have the car in park. I'll say OK. And I'm going to do this without monitoring data. So I can hit start down here. And now the relay is going to kick on or off. So it just kicked on and then just shut off. And it's going to go back and forth. So if I'm testing out the component, I can actuate that with this scan tool. And the nice thing is, this is wireless, so I can actually stand right in front of the radiator and see if it's kicking on and off. So here we have like fuel pump relay. Let's go back. Let's go back to system list. Try maybe body control module. Look at the actuator tests here. Here we have the horn output. I can honk the horn. We even have the instrument cluster. We can go to the actuator tests here, and we can check things like the different lights, speedometer. We can go to the speedometer, and I can set this to different values, and it will change it on the speedometer so I can make sure that my speedometer is working properly. So there's lots of functionality on this. Now there are also special functions, but I'm going to back out of here because, well, I can show it here on common special functions, and this has different things like oil light reset, steering angle reset. The one that I've used most often probably is the brake reset, so I can tap on that. Now on this, in many cars, when you do rear brakes, they have electronic parking brakes, so you need to retract the brake. So you can do that here. It says brake maintenance mode, so we can tap that, and it will give us a procedure. And we'll do that procedure, we'll retract it. We can do our brake job, and when we're done, we'll go to the brake normal mode. We'll tap on that. That will give us a procedure, and it will reset the brake pads. So there are a number of different special modes depending on the car, and those are obviously bidirectional too because the scan computer is telling the car to retract those brake pads. Now if we go back to the main screen, I did auto search, but you can also go to diagnose, and if you hit enter here, you can enter in your car. We have OBD. This is going to scan. And it found our protocol. We'll hit enter, and we can read codes and such here. If we go over, we have history, report, feedback, dollar fix community, so we can tap on that. And here's a social community for working on cars. And then we have the MUAI. So we'll hit enter here. So if we have a fault code, we can enter it in here. I think one I had once was a P0401. That sounds familiar. Let's try that. So this is giving different diagnostics. So if you have a code, you can pop it in here and the MUAI will give you some guidance on maybe repairing it. Of course, you can also ask it questions and things like that. Now we were on diagnose, we can also go to maintenance, and this will have those special modes. We have the air fuel reset, and these won't be for every car. We have like ABS bleeding. We had the brake one over here. Let's say that's clutch matching, brake reset. There's going to be like battery relearn somewhere on here. So there are lots of different options here for special modes. Of course, those are going to be specific to your make and model of car. Then we have upgrade, and this is where you upgrade your software. So I already did that. I went through here and upgraded the different definitions and such. And then we have more. So on more, we have our settings. Now those are going to be your system settings like metric, imperial, time zone, things like that. We have online service, operating instructions, fault code library, so you can actually look up the codes right here. Coverage list, it'll tell you which cars this supports. Module, gadget. Now if we hit this, it's going to show us other apps. So we have Chrome on here, so you can just search it just like you can a tablet or phone. We have file management, gallery, Gmail, YouTube, and then it has Candy Crush Saga. So if you're waiting for a part, you can play a game. Hip Kindle, so you can have online books. We have Duolingo and PDF reader. So you could probably load a PDF of a factory service manual on here. And then we have remote assistant. So if we hit this, we can do remote desktop, and this will use Teams. So we have Team Viewer, and we can share this with people. So if you're working on a problem and you need to collab with someone, you can utilize this to share this scanner screen. And that's everything there. So that's the MUCAR X93 OBD-II Bi-directional scanner. Now this scanner has a nice 10-inch screen. It's a massive screen. It's a high-level scanner, so you can do bidirectional control. You can do special maintenance modes. You can get accessories to do things like key programming and tire pressure monitor programming. I really like the battery life on this. I'm at 97% now. It has excellent standby, so you don't have to babysit the battery all the time. You can just grab it and use it. The screen is really bright and easy to see, and it's very easy to use, especially since it's wireless. I only touched on a portion of the things you can do with this. When you do scans, you can create reports, you can send reports to people, you can do research, all on the scanner itself. So if you're looking for a very robust scanner, I think this is a great option. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.